Hey everybody, so this is the group, the combined wolf packs, getting ready to move back to Alaska.
They captured our hearts as wilderness warriors, living off the grid, hunting their meals, and braving the elements. But Alaskan Bush People wasn't just about survival. It was about secrets. In 2025, the truth behind the Brown family is darker than anyone imagined. From tragic deaths to shocking arrests, the off-camera reality is a wild ride of betrayal, addiction, and legal chaos. This isn't the show you remember. This is the story they didn't want you to know. Stick around, because everything you thought you knew is about to be challenged. Alaskan Bush People premiered on the Discovery Channel in May 2014, introducing the world to Billy Brown, the rugged patriarch who led his family into the Alaskan wilderness to live off-grid. Alongside his wife, Amora Amy Brown, Billy raised 7 children: Matt, Joshua, Bam Bam, Bear, Gabe, Noah, Snowbird, and Rain. Their mission was to survive by their own means, hunting, building shelters, fishing for food, and fending off the wild. It was compelling, raw, and inspiring, or so it seemed. The truth began unraveling slowly. Locals from Alaska claimed that the family didn't live full-time in the wilderness, as they claimed. Rumors swirled that the family often stayed in hotels while filming. In 2016, those whispers turned to legal trouble when Billy Brown and Bam Bam were charged with falsifying residency in order to collect benefits from Alaska's Permanent Fund dividend. They pleaded guilty, paid fines, and served 30 days of house arrest, not in a log cabin, but in a hotel in Juneau. Still, fans clung to the dream of the wild, until it all changed. On February 7, 2021, Billy Brown died suddenly at the family's North Star Ranch in Washington state after suffering a seizure. He was 68. His son Bear Brown shared the news online, calling him our best friend, a wonderful dad, and the man who taught us to live life on our own terms. Without Billy, the foundation of the Brown family began to crack. Amy Brown, the matriarch, was already fighting her own war. In 2017, she was diagnosed with stage 3 lung cancer and given a mere 3% chance of survival. The family left Alaska and moved to California so she could get treatment. By 2018, she was in remission. But the toll was heavy, physically, emotionally, and financially. Then, in 2025, Bear announced that Amy had been hospitalized again. Fans feared the worst. But a month later, she posted a selfie while hiking, proving she was still fighting. Meanwhile, the children were forging their own paths, some towards redemption, others toward disaster. Matt Brown, the eldest, was once a central figure in the show, but years of alcoholism and trauma caught up with him. After a bizarre explosion involving gunpowder and a refrigerator, Matt entered rehab in 2016. He later left the family and moved to California, launching a YouTube channel where he shared his struggles and art. Away from the shadow of his father, Matt began healing. Joshua Bam Bam Brown, the second eldest, took a quieter route. He met Allison Kagan, a producer on the show, and the two began renovating a ferry boat into a home. Bam stepped away from the spotlight, pursued a career in the marine industry, and now lives a peaceful life. While he has over 195,000 followers on Instagram, he rarely posts. His life is calm, steady, and far from the chaos of television. Chaos, however, followed Bear Brown. Known as the King of Extreme, Bear brought high energy and wild antics to the show. But off-screen, his life unraveled. In 2020, he became a father to River Anthony Brown with on-again, off-again partner Raven Adams. Their relationship spiraled into accusations of abuse, restraining orders, and a shocking 2022 arrest for domestic violence. Though Bear was released and charges didn't escalate, his public image was tarnished. Still, in 2025, he announced a new YouTube project, The Next Generation, and teased a spin-off, hoping to restore his reputation. Gabe Brown, born in 1989, brought stability to the family narrative. He married Raquel Rose Pantia and became a devoted father of two. He was steady, loyal, and rarely caught in scandal. During Amy's cancer treatment, Gabe contracted a serious infection and had to isolate from his mother, a heartbreaking sacrifice for a son deeply bonded to his mom. Then there was Noah Brown, the inventive genius of the group. Known for crafting survival gadgets and tech, Noah married Rain Alicia in 2018, and they had two sons. But in January 2025, they announced their separation. Things turned bitter fast. Noah and his wife filed for a restraining order against Rain Brown, his youngest sister, citing harassment. Though the court denied the request, the damage to family ties was done. Rain Brown, now known as Rain Lorton, responded emotionally on social media. She admitted to past drug use and mental health battles, and despite the rift, she wished her brother a Merry Christmas, proof that part of her still longed for healing. But Rain's path would grow even darker. After marrying Josiah Lorton in late 2024, Rain was arrested with her husband in early 2025. The charges? Allegedly stealing $75,000 in cash, gold, guns, and even wine from Josiah's uncle. Surveillance footage, stolen items matching descriptions, and testimonies placed them at the scene. Both were charged and spent 3 days in Okanagan County Jail before pleading not guilty. They await trial. In a cryptic Instagram post, Rain cited scripture, pleading with fans not to believe everything they hear. She claimed a former manager had stolen from her and spread false accusations. But the storm was only growing. Elsewhere, Snowbird Brown, born in 1994, faced a terrifying health scare in 2022. Doctors found 2 large abdominal tumors. Though benign, they posed serious risks, and Snowbird underwent surgery. She now sells crafts through her Etsy store, focusing on art and healing. By 2022, Alaskan Bush People was officially canceled. No grand finale, no reunion, just silence. A major reason? A $500,000 lawsuit from Robert Mohan, a former business partner who claimed Billy Brown had promised him a share of the show's profits but never delivered. During court proceedings, Amy referred to the show in the past tense, an unspoken confirmation. It was over. Critics had long accused the show of staging scenes and exaggerating storylines for ratings. Many locals insisted the Browns didn't have authentic survival skills. They said the show promoted a romanticized version of wilderness living, while behind the scenes, the family relied heavily on modern conveniences. Their collective efforts in books, merchandise, and speaking engagements built a brand worth over $60 million. But what they gained in fame, they lost in trust, both from fans and from each other. Alaskan Bush People was never just about the wild. It was about the raw, messy, beautiful fight to survive life itself. If their journey moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories that go beyond the screen. Thanks for watching.